Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. Happy Peace, Running Conditional Love Tarot, Star Cradle, Daniel Martin, sorry. Okay, Patricia Epperson, Kenneth Blangsley. I hope everyone is well. Unfortunately, I can't continue. I got a story to tell you guys. Yesterday, I was searching for something on my PC. In fact, I don't remember something I said a couple of weeks ago. And I was looking and I realized I'm having a problem with my machine. So I called Adobe while they were helping me fixing what was wrong with Adobe Premiere Pro because I couldn't load it. I couldn't edit my videos. And the gentleman asked me, what do I do? I says, well, I'm a YouTuber. He says, what do you do on YouTube? I says, well, there's a price for it. After I told him I have a psychic channel on YouTube, and I shocked him. I did to him what I usually do. I said to him, well, there's a baby boy here. But after I told him I was psychic and blah, blah, blah. And, you could tell people are taken aback when you say that. It's like, oh, Jesus, yeah, right. And I blasted him. I'm like, there's a baby boy here. Anybody has a baby boy in your family? Is that you or somebody close to you? Oh, no, nobody has. No, I said, does anybody have a baby in your family? And he says, no, they don't want no one with a baby. I'm like, yeah, there's a baby boy. And if he's not born yet, he's coming. And he says, oh, my God, my brother has a 1-year-old son. I'm like, well, bingo. I thought I would share that with you guys. He almost, I couldn't see him, but I could tell he was shocked. But anyway, I fixed the computer. And the reason why I wanted to get that video situation straightened out is because two reasons. There's something else I was looking for from last week, but yesterday, a more pressing search that I wanted to do, I still haven't been able to find it. Do you guys remember I said there were some people in the Trump organization and stuff like that, or people around him were going to quit? Please let me know if you remember when I said that. It was like the past week, I believe, and I can't find it yet. But if you do, please let me know. I'm sure you guys heard 21 people quit Doge. And the other reason why I'm bringing this up is because Elon is playing a game. If you guys haven't figured it out yet, but I'm getting it. He's inserting his people from his companies, or he takes over, for example, this group in the White House or in the White House ground was created by Obama. They took it over and they changed their name to Doge and whatever. And intuitively, what I feel Elon is doing, he's doing the same thing at FAA. And I told you guys from the beginning, they were trying to break up the government, cut it out among friends. He's starting out. He has a contract now for FAA to use his, and he's the internet provider now for the FAA. But to go back to the Doge story, he's trying to do the same thing as well. And in many different areas of the government, what he is trying to do, he has people within the government working for him, okay, or for his group or for Doge. And then he's going to say, well, he's going to suggest that instead of keeping this within government, these people are already working for Doge. I would like to create a company and we'll do the job cheaper for you than what you're paying the people right now. Something to that effect. You guys know what I mean. Okay? That's another thing Elon is trying to do as well. And the other thing that's happening, intuitively I feel, I don't know if you guys realize, Trump is how confident Trump is sounding. And yes, part of it is a facade. There is still a lot of fears among people around Trump, but it is because they still have doubts about the next layer of government. People they have to replace. They're still having difficulties with that, and it's fraught with danger. But the feedback Trump is getting is he has been able to place, for example, Kash Patel, Bongino, Eggshirt, among others, in key positions. So right now, the FBI alone, when I focus on Trump, okay, the way I am getting him and people around him, and since Bundy is at DOJ, they can harass people, make your life impossible. What they are targeting to investigate and harass are people. Oh, thank you very much, PM Pierce, martial law, court martial. Sorry, I was late. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. But yes, what the feedback Trump is getting is that he's got all his key people in position. They can use the FBI to harass people, and even if they don't put you in prison, they can ruin you financially. And if you can't defend yourself, that's your problem. Intuitively, that's what I feel is going on. And so those people who are coordinating how they're going to silence us, the population, it's not only me. You guys heard what Trump did the day before yesterday. Or was it yesterday? He announced that he's going to select who covers him, who has access to the White House. It's no longer the job of the White House. I don't remember the name of that organization, okay? But they usually select from different outlets, news outlets, who is the White House reporter for that, for that organization. It's no longer going to be that way. So they're going to bring in, all the crazy news outlet that we Breitbart or something like that. I don't remember the name, but you guys know what I'm talking about. OAN, Fox, and these people. That's who they're going to pick. And also influencers who will do, Trump biddings for him, propagandas and the like. That's who they're going to pick. They don't want, regular people anymore to cover the White House. I mean, when I say regular people, I'm sorry, regular networks, because those people are asking hard questions. They want people who can help them promote their propagandas and lies and all that and that will lie for them on their behalf as well, cover up for them. Like, no, this is not a good example, but I'll share it anyway since it's being shown to me. Well, that's a good example in a sense. Ed Martin, who's refusing to prosecute that congressman, okay, who's abusing a woman he's having an affair with. He's married, according to what I hear. I don't remember his name. He's from Florida, okay. So they need those types of organizations like OAN and Breitbart or whatever the name of that thing is. They can lie and say, well, it never happened or something to that effect, because that's what they used to do in Haiti. The newspapers, there were no free press in Haiti. You either for the president or you do something else. So, and that's what's going to happen in this country. And I don't know how many of you heard what Bezos just told the Washington Post opinion this morning. There is no longer going to be opinion about anything else except for freedom, or no, liberty, personal liberty, and something else, but it has nothing to do with talking about Trump or anything of that sort. The guy who owns LA Time did the same thing too. So that's where a lot of any organization that's owned by billionaires, any press, any media company owned by those guys, unless they are democratic, that's what they're going to do. And that's what the Trump people want to do. So Trump is feeling very emboldened because that's one, as we know, he put all his people in position. Now he's going to have to do, he's been doing the press because he had them at DOD. He removed CNN and all the men, the media, legacy media companies, he removed them all, and Breitbart and those people, that's who he has in there now. So he wants to do the same thing with the White House. Okay, I'm sure he's going to do the same thing about other places, and then he's going to start imposing his will. You're not supposed to say certain things about him. For example, there's a congressman who called Trump a grifter either yesterday or the day before yesterday. Comer got on his case. Comer is a chairman of that, I don't remember which subcommittee, okay, or committee he's the chairman of, but he silenced the guy. Basically, he says, you're not supposed to call Trump a grifter. And the guy called Elon president, and he calls Trump a grifter. And Comer did not like that, and he had it stricken from the record. But the point I'm trying to make is, Comer doing that is not something, by error, a mistake, or anything of that sort. That's the conversation that's taking place behind the scenes that we don't know about yet. If you notice, every day Trump is inching his way, little by little, incrementally, okay? He's imposing his will on the rest of us. Because basically, to be honest with you, we are in dictatorship territory. We haven't felt the full weight of what dictators can do, but they are working on it. That's why they brought Bongino or Benjono, whatever his name is, on. They have their target. In fact, if I don't remember the name of the person they are investigating, but the person used to work for either for Biden or something to do with the Biden administration. Okay, so I feel that's the way this is going to continue. It's going to backfire, my friends. I am letting you know intuitively what you see in the news and what's happening underneath it, the decision-making process, and what's to come. All those decisions that are being made from yesterday back to when Trump just started, firing people, demanding that Elon Musk is demanding that they delete government agencies, all that kind of stuff. There's going to be more to come because they're going to continue to push their luck until and there is something else I meant to say, because I believe I've said that too as well. The people who were fired from government job were at the Capitol yesterday protesting and talking to senators. I believe I've said that before. I said that the protest was going to grow and people were going to go into those offices. But that was a good sign, an encouraging sign to me when it comes to the prediction that I have made. It's going to get really bad we are seeing the beginning of it, and every day people are protesting. Trump is not mentioning it. They are trying to ignore it as if they are in control. And there is something else. Republicans are no longer, it's written this morning, and I believe I mentioned that. Republicans are no longer going to, and their leaders suggested that they no longer hold town hall meetings because they don't want, the reaction of their constituents in the news. Bad decision. And it's only going to make things worse, intuitively, I feel. Okay? But it's not going to help quash. But Trump not paying attention, or ignoring, it's not that he's not paying, they know. He's fully aware of the poll numbers, how unhappy people are, and the protest. And the reason why I'm saying this, my prediction is Trump won't wait, okay, for things to get bad, because him and Elon and others are already talking about enacting martial law. It's not going to help him. None of that stuff. They are talking about dismantling the government. In fact, I believe I've said that before. They're going to have to rehire these people, because what about the services that the government provide to us, the citizenry? Who's going to do them? Computers can't do them. There are certain things computers can do, and computers do it very well. But there are other services. You need somebody, a person there, people there. The notion that they're going to be able to eliminate all those things, and that's what Elon wants. And also he can come up with systems, and that's why those 21 people quit. They're going to, why they left, we're going to get a lot of information because they're going to be talking to the media. It's a lot worse behind the scenes than we know. What Elon is doing, what he's thinking is, and more people besides those 21 who left, I feel like saying, they think they're firing people because they want control of everything, Elon and Trump. I think people may cripple them. You guys may help me with this, but there is potential here for government workers, and I'm talking from all agencies, FBI, CIA, everybody, just walk out. Well, when I say a lot of people are just going to walk. It's like a protest. I wouldn't be surprised. I've been feeling this for a couple of days. I don't know how it's going to work and when it's going to happen. I don't feel it's in the too distant future. Okay? Elon and Trump think they're going to cripple the government. The same thing that triggered those 21 people to just opt and quit. People at DOJ, they said, I'm not going to do this. They quit. The majority of people who work for the government feel very strongly about their oath to the Constitution. It's not for Trump. Like I've always said, there is always, the people who work for government is a reflection of society. There are people, they're going to stay. But what I am feeling, there's potential to paralyze the government. That's my prediction. And Trump, who's acting, you know, I don't know how many of you saw this morning, he released a video about Gaza, Trump Gaza, or some baloney like that. He thinks it's funny. Intuitively, I feel it's very, very dangerous. I'll just leave it there because it's somebody's country. You're just making a decision in a vacuum. You're gonna take it over. You're gonna give it to somebody else. You're gonna do this. You know, we've faced fanaticism before, like 9/11 and all those things. And Trump, the same attitude he has towards us and the employees of the government, they are using the same approach, the same arrogance to mistreat other people. You know, just like yesterday, he says they're going to have his golden card, you know, instead of green cards. Okay, you pay $5 million, you become a registered, you know, it's like you're having a green card, registered alien, and then you can become a citizen. But you have to be, if you can pay $5 million, so you have money. That there is a downside to that. There is a company, I believe in Europe, that tried that stuff and it didn't work out very well. But my prediction is creating that video is a major disaster in the waiting. That's my prediction because intuitively, 9/11 will pale in comparison. Thank you very much, Daniel Martin, for the generosity and the super chat. Daniel says, hi, Milu. Do you see 45 making career federal employees sign a loyalty pledge? I am not seeing a loyalty pledge, but I wouldn't put it past them because I said something earlier in my speaking. Trump is going to, intuitively, that's what I feel is coming, okay? I don't know exactly when it's coming, so your question, my friend, there is no doubt about it. I would not be surprised. It may not happen right away, okay? The example I gave, what Comer did yesterday, and Trump is already saying he doesn't like people to call him first felon or something like that. Yeah. They have a plan, like I said, incrementally, slowly. They're gonna do, they think they're gonna squeeze us. Because like right now they feel they have all the control and they have, the main thing according to, intuitively, that's what I feel Orban told Trump, okay, you got to control the population first. So they feel they've had pretty good control because X-Shit is at DOD, and the main thing is the FBI, okay, among other people that, oh, I'm being shown Prince. I don't know how many of you heard. Prince offered his help in rounding up people, immigrants, okay? And so he can put them in a warehouse, so he can warehouse them, I don't know, at different locations. That's a cover for Trump, okay? If he doesn't have enough militias to oppress us if things are not going his way. So all those things, Prince saying that it's baloney. It's part of their plans. But my friends, they're going to find out pretty quickly Americans are not going to back down. They are dreaming. And this thing, I mean, the guy from Heritage Foundation that said they're going to execute their Project 2025. It will be bloodless. The guy Robert from Heritage Foundation, it will be bloodless if liberals don't just sit back and let them do what they want to do. That's not going to happen. These guys are playing with danger. And intuitively, like I've said before, they're going to lose. This is going to be really, really bad. And let me tell you something. Trump may think he has the upper hand. Intuitively, I feel, because what I'm seeing, you know, when somebody gets into an accident and the car starts to roll over, you can't control, you know, you might as well sit back and hope you survive. You guys can interpret this any way you want, but the vision is everybody in that car will go. You guys are very smart. If Trump, Elon, and other people are pursuing, continue in the same path they are on, attacking, saying they're going to take over Gaza, oppressing people in this country, attacking others, and you know, something that's in bold, and it's you know, they're not stupid. People and the international community, they know Trump is not popular here. They know there is a lot of discontentment. That's going to be another thorn on Trump's side and his regime. They have no idea. They only see things from their point of view. If they continue to create stupid video like Trump did, he released on Truth Social, I saw it on Blue Sky, making threats, humiliate our veterans, taking away people's Medicaid and Medicare and Social Security. I'm sure that's going to be next. I'm sure you guys heard last night, you know, on our back, they're going to give Bezos and Elon tax breaks. Bad idea. That car, they're not gonna be able to fix it by the time it stops rolling. And it doesn't matter. He can declare all the martial laws that he wants. I've seen this before, and we've watched it on TV. I don't understand what there is that people, you know, there is no other society in the world like Americans. Okay? We think differently. And what they are trying to do is impose what Orban did in Hungary, Erdogan, and Turkey, Putin and Russia, and they're going to try to do it here. And by the way, I almost forgot to tell you this. They have a plan as well to do away with the Constitution. Two things. Declare martial law, invalidate the Constitution, and do their own thing. That's what's coming. I have one, you know, I've always told you guys, I confuse time. I don't know which one is going to hit first, but intuitively, the energy that I see coming, if it's delayed, I mean, I'm talking about protest and demand change. that's coming. If it doesn't materialize by the end of March and put Trump and Elon and everyone else on their hind legs, demanding change, expect, intuitively I feel I can confuse time. Trump is not going to wait for people to fill up the streets to declare martial law, suspend the Constitution, and do whatever he wants. That's his goal, because he wants to be president for life. I've been saying this for how many years now? 7 years, or 6 or 7 years. Yeah, since Trump was in the White House last. We have some challenges coming. America is not going to lose its democracy. And that car out of control, that vision that I got, good luck. We will see. But the only thing I can promise you guys, democracy will survive. Elon and his arrogance, and he thinks he knows better than everyone else. Watch that space. Intuitively, I don't see Americans accepting dictatorship. That's the biggest problem Trump is going to have. Declaring martial law, do away with the Constitution. That's not going to go well. That's my prediction. Okay. I'm sorry people are froze. Thank you very much, Marianne Owens. I didn't see it. I'm busy running. Thank you for your generosity in the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. What will come of Jeff Bezos and Amazon? It's going to take time. That's a very good question. Intuitively, I believe I've alluded to this. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's probably going to be another administration that's going to do this. You see how the 1% of the 1%, their behavior towards us, we should work for, and I've said that a couple of years ago, I predicted this. I said they want us as their serfs. They control everything. Not even our clothes we're going to be allowed to buy anymore. It's going to be expensive. We can lease it from them. We don't buy, you can't own anything. That's what they wanted. I'm not sure if it's a tax. How are they going to do this? But the way they're making things expensive, and they want to turn us into what they want to turn us into, there is going to be an administration. I don't know how they're going to do this. But the arrogance, the Bezos of this world, Elon, and the people who want a unity president or something like that, another word for dictatorship. Okay? They're going to regret the phase, what they're putting this country through right now. Okay? Amazon will not be the Amazon of today. They're going to suffer major losses. Okay? Bezos and Elon are not going to be worth what they are worth today. I don't know how this is going to happen, but it's not going to be tolerated to become ugly, rich, or wealthy. So to the point where you think you want to take over other people's lives. I don't know how this is going to happen, but it's coming. It's on video. We will see. So that's your answer, Stephen Jackson. Party 1921 says, will what we do affect Hungarian people to rise up? They are rising up. Their way. I mean, people are marching all over Europe against Russian interference with the elections, all kinds of stuff. No one wants what's happening in this country to happen to them, but those who are already under the thumb of people like Orban and Erdogan, oh yeah, they're gonna remove. That's such a dangerous thing to do. Like I said, no country is like America. And what Trump is doing, when they think they have full control of everything, and that's when things are going to turn on him. I mean, it's just out of control. Yeah. As I'm saying this, I would not be surprised when these things reach its things, when it gets to the point where they have to run. I know, I don't believe, I'm not sure how to interpret this, but some people are going to go into hiding. And I'm talking about Trump, Elon, and all those wealthy people who are going around screaming DEI, it's DEI's fault, all kind of stuff. That's how bad this has the potential to get. They are playing with fire. They think it's like, dictatorship in Haiti and other countries. People are, they have machetes, and knives. They don't have anything. And rocks. A country armed to the teeth. You're gonna do this, and not only that, you are harassing unoppressed people. I'm talking about Palestinians. I don't agree with them all the time. But what Trump is doing and his family, creating videos, of how they can transform their land. No. Good luck to them. Okay? This, I'm telling you, intuitively I feel, is super dangerous. That's my prediction. Okay. Oh, some people asked me a couple of questions. Let me see. Ooh. 1 second, friends. I just want to make sure I promised somebody I would. There was a question that was asked to me. Okay, that was the Gaza thing. Somebody asked me that question. That's what I wanted to make sure I answered. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's the other question I wanted to make sure I answered. Somebody asked me, those guys who wanted to go to Fort Knox to inspect, gold and stuff like that, they don't have to do it that way. Okay? Who cares where our fortune is located, as long as it is in a secure place? They know. Okay? Those things are psychological games that Trump and his enablers are playing. We want to distract us. They'll probably go take a trip because Elon wants to know every little part of government. And Trump also. But let me tell you, like I said a long time ago, he will get caught with his hand in the cookie jar. And it's not only him. I can confuse people because they all work together. They all have the same goals. Okay? And he may not do it directly. And there are ways, I'm sure, accounting, you can deviate money into the account, all kinds of stuff. It's stupid, but the way how greedy Trump is, oh yeah, they can't control it. And Elon wants to be the first trillionaire, for sure. So they don't have to take gold bars, but the moolah is just as good, trust me. Okay. Gloria says Trump telling at his first cabinet meeting. Yes, I heard about that. Yes, Elon is there. I don't understand it. I mean, according to what I hear, and we know about it already, they're going to demand drastic cuts, laying off a whole bunch of people throughout the government. And that's possibly why I was getting, instead of them hurting us, or, they want to make the government so small, he can barely function. People, the workers, may turn around and flip the script on them. Yeah, don't be surprised. I don't know exactly when, but it's coming. Does anybody remember Goddess Kara 8888 says, Milu, have you felt any impact from the planetary alignment? No, to answer your question, because I would have to go into the astrology and take a look at it. Yes, all those things have an effect, but I don't need, I'm not being arrogant, okay? I have done this before, do a reading for somebody, and I said, you know what, let me give you your chart. Sometimes I do it for free for people because the person has an issue. You gotta be, you gotta help people. Yes, I love to make a couple of dollars, but the important thing is, if you see the person is in need, and you can give them something, because it happened to me when I lost my $1 million home. The guy he did my astrological chart because one of my clients paid for it for me. I couldn't afford it at the time, and the way he did it, I didn't like it, but he was correct in a sense that there was nothing I could do. I couldn't save the house. And I was not going to do a job. I was not going to get another job. I was going to have to do something else. But he didn't know what that something else was. But I knew what that something else was. This doing readings, okay? The thing is, what saved me psychologically, because that's what triggered my interest to learn astrology. And when I did that, I understood what was going on and I accepted the loss. And I said, okay, I will reinvent myself, okay? So the same thing I do for people. If they're going through a hardship, I will do the reading, and then I'll give them a free, astrological report, because you show the person and they accept and then manage their way out of the situation. That's what I did. So in that sense, and the reading usually match the outcome or potential outcome that's in the astrological reports, okay? I've gotten feedback about that. I'm not just saying it. The thing is, I could do the same for the country, but there is so much going on now, I can't do it. But you are correct. I don't do it. There is truth to it. What I find when you do astrology, the time may change, okay, or it may not match, and also it may not come out exactly the way, the potentials that are being shown in the chart. But if the person is psychic and they are an astrologer as well, oh yeah, okay. So that's why I don't, go too crazy investing time on something, when I have the time, I play with it. But I have, since November 5th, believe me, I don't have a life anymore. This has taken over my life. So to answer your question, no. But you have a point. The planetary alignment has an effect, the energy. Okay, I just don't have the time to do it. I hope I didn't take too long to answer that question. Spirit Beyond the Stars says media is not reporting on the protest here in the United States. You're exactly right. And there is a reason for it. Look at what happened to Joy Reid. She was speaking truth to power and reporting things as they were. She got fired, among other, there is a whole, that's MSNBC's way of making Trump DEI, whatever it is they think is going on. And I saw a picture of that woman who let go of those people of color. You know, what goes around comes around. So I'll leave it that way. Petra Moreira says, Milo, what's wrong with Trump's hands? The big bruise. Yes, he's had that for a while. And, okay, there are two things here. Okay, when we are easily bruised, it can be a serious medical condition, including cancer. Okay, but I'm not sure if he has cancer. He said yesterday it's from shaking people's hands. That's not true. That's what I read. But you're right. It's not a good sign. Okay, regardless of if you bruise easily anywhere, because he's had that bruise for a while. It can be from an intravenous. He probably had some kind of an issue. As we know, Trump will not release his medical report. So he probably was dehydrated or something, and then I didn't have a bruise, but when I went for my colonoscopy, they gave me one of those things. You know, it left a little mark, but, you know, something like that, depending on what's wrong with you, yes, it can leave a major bruise. My mom had that, yes. Jules C. says the military doesn't have to obey unlawful orders. I think that's what's going to keep them from doing what Trump wants them to do. And that's another organization. There are certain things I don't want to say, but there is potential. Like I said earlier, people just decide to protest and render Trump and all his goals and everything inoperable. You can't obtain his goals because when people walk out on you, and this Friday, you know, people are not going to go shopping, or a whole bunch of stuff that are coming. It's going to tank the economy. I'm scared to death. But that's what needs to be done to save our democracy. If that's the price I have to pay, so be it. Okay? But the military, you're right. I don't feel they're going to follow unlawful orders. And that's one way. That's not a group of people that can cripple, you know, mess up Trump's dreams, so to speak. Rosemary, I'm going to fix it in a few minutes. I don't know why I keep getting Martiall as opposed to, you know, like Court Martial. I'm going to fix it now. T-I. Okay, thank you, sorry. Oops. Time went by really fast. This is the last. Joy did her job reporting now, like you, Milu. She will reinvent herself. Oh, yes. Aorangi Teula said that. Absolutely. I have no doubt. You're right. and the flack MSNBC is getting, oh boy. God says, Milo, I've been seeing angel numbers 333445 this week. Do you think it has anything significant? And is there a specific message? Unfortunately, I don't. You're not the first one who's asked me about that specific question, but I know nothing about that stuff. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I think this is the last one. Rutina B says, Milo, do you see Musk disabling satellites? He threatened that with Ukraine. Could he do that here? Elon, when he gets desperate, he can do anything. Okay. But in this country, his damage would be limited. The minute he does it, there are other things, there are backup, there are other things we can do. Okay? So I wouldn't worry about that. But Elon is a pretty desperate individual and arrogant, and you name it. But that would be a big mistake. Okay? But the bigger mistake they're making it right now, imposing dictatorship in this country and taking our rights away, that's what's coming. So let's see what happens. Hey, thank you everyone for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmiro.com, or please feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number. If you like the channel, please subscribe, and also don't forget to tap on the notification bell. Please give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. Again, everyone, thank you very much for your support. I will see you all tomorrow, unless something major happens later. Let's keep our fingers crossed, because Trump is sending out executive orders like there is no tomorrow. So you never know. He may decide to declare martial law later. No, I don't think so, but I'm just being facetious. He may do something, say something stupid, decide, that's what I want, Yeah. Okay, friends. Bye.